Hey guys, today 1008. We're doing chest and tries.
How was your day today?
Not bad. Yeah.
Wish the weather was a bit better.
Yeah, they're shitty weather.
Yeah, it's like the worst place possible. Oh man. Oh, sorry, I didn't fix this. It's kind of crazy to think St. Patrick's Day is coming up.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even like drinking alcohol that much anymore, so it's like, fuck.
Did you eat pizza or something? You smell it.
No. I barely ate today, dude. It's crazy. Oh, you know what sucks today? I actually had a shake. I made a shake this morning, and I don't really have, the thing that sucks about the one vehicle I drive, I don't have two cup holders. So I usually just leave the shake on the seat, but it wasn't closed all the way, so it leaked, literally all of it leaked on the seat, and I had to clean it up, so it sucked, but. Oh yeah, I didn't have my shake today. What did I eat today? I had French toast and like a piece of steak, that's it.
Whoa. That's not pizza.
You should order pizza.
Please, only Domino's.
What? You're having a stroke.
What's your fucking pizza?
Old pizza. That's been there for ages. Yeah, just slap a 5 on there. I was thinking about trying to increase, but I'm gonna wait till I can actually do it without help for 3 sets. Oh boy. Yeah, hamburger at home. Diving hamburgers.
Shitty had eggs. I ate eggs so many times.
I don't know, I'm sick of eggs now. I don't know why, but we should do it like every day. I gotta start eating more though, man. My weight keeps getting stuck. I can't get past 160. Fuck.
What?
160.
Damn.
I'm like stuck there forever, bro.
160.
How's your weight loss journey, man?
When I got sick, it was bad.
Oh.
Because I was drinking a lot of soup. I eat a lot of soup and drinking a lot of like fluids.
It's kind of funny because I think most people lose weight when they're sick. You find a way to gain weight.
I was drinking cranberry juice, ginger ale,
Oh, that makes
and a bunch
sense.
of water.
Yeah. Why? When did you get sick? Like, you mean, when did you get sick? Was it like recent?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
A couple days ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then, yeah. So I went down to 185, then went back up to 189.
No. 175 before summer.
Fuck!
14 pounds to go. Or no, it's bad math. No, it's good. Yeah, one thing that sucks is I noticed, like, as I've gotten older, the vitamins probably don't help. My mental math's just getting a lot worse.
Yeah.
Like today, I fucking... Okay, what was the math? 452 minus 421.93.
Yeah,
it was 3007.
Minus 421?
Yeah, 450 minus 421.93.
Okay.
I don't know. I couldn't even do it, bro. I eventually did it.
Minus 20.
Or sorry, 452 minus 421.93.
421. Yeah, so take the 1 out.
Yeah.
So it's 452. Oh yeah, 451.
So 452 subtract 421.93. Sorry. Okay.
So then, 451.
452.
Yeah, no.
Sorry.
I took the 1 away. So it's down to 451 minus the 20 gives you 431 minus the 93. You have like 7 cents left over. So fuck, I lost where I'm at.
It took me a while too, dude. I did it, but I'm like, man, this is way slower than I usually would.
Yeah,
I think
I gotta write it.
For what it's worth, yeah. Like honestly, I didn't write it, but it took me like, I'm not even joking, like a minute. I was just standing there. I'm like, fuck.
What is it?
Honestly, for what it's worth, like too, I think without the cents, it's way easier. Like I know it's easy, but for some reason that just made it harder in my head. Like let's say if it was just 452 minus 421, that's what seems way easier for some reason, does it not?
430 and 7 cents. Is that what it is?
It was so 421.93 plus 30.07 made 452.
Yeah, I lost it. What was the last thing you said?
Okay, so 452 and then 21. Sorry, 452 from 421.93. So basically, the 7 cents makes it 422, and then it's just a $30 difference from 452 to 422, right?
420.
So I don't know why, but bro, it took me forever, and I was just kind of like embarrassed. Like no, I was like nobody was watching me or anything, but I'm like, oh fuck me, bro.
Like that's so bad.
I feel like I should be better. But to be fair, there's like absolute morons that would never be able to get that. Like I can imagine some of these younger kids. I don't blame them because it's like not necessary for them to really learn mental math that well, but. So that's the thing that's going to be so interesting is that when we live in a world where we don't really need to solve the problems, but just be resourceful.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. I was just sitting there and I'm like, fuck. Yeah. And I'm like, I think it kind of sucks too.
It's like new spelling.
When you're giving, sometimes when you want to give change out, like you don't want to fuck it up, right? Because I want to be short. Also, like, you don't really want to work at the bank? Fuck. No, the machine does it all for you, though.
Yeah.
Man, you know what sucks even more than fucking not learning mental math? When you buy a vape flavor you don't fucking like.
Oh, Jesus.
The first time I got it, like, this fucking sucks. It's like banana apple and it's fucking shit, bro.
Well, that's a weird.
I know. I was like, oh, that's a fruit. But like,
It's gotta be healthy.
I don't know if it's, I don't know, like, I guess I've just never really liked banana flavored stuff. Like, I like bananas, but I don't like banana flavored stuff. So I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. So I'm hauling on this thing. I'm like, man, this thing fucking sucks, dude. And I literally took like a few puffs and I just put it back in my pocket and just sucked my other one out until it's dead. Like, come on.
No.
Alright, let's see if I can get 5.
I should be able to.
I think so. Oh shit, okay.
You got it. Easy.
Maybe I can increase soon, yeah?
I'm gonna put the 10.
10 as well?
Instead of the fly.
Oh. I don't know why, I'm watching a little, ow, shit, my foot, it's all good. Don't fall, it bounced off the fucking,
Oh, yeah.
But it was just a 5-pounder, so. I've been watching a lot of like lawyer fucking YouTube shorts. I don't know why. It's this one guy's like, hey, look at this situation. Look at that. Like, I don't know.
You guys have a bunch of rings? Or no?
No, a different guy.
I see that guy. Well, I see him on TikTok, actually.
I've seen him too. Is that the guy that like, for like the weed smoking and stuff too? Is it that guy? He's like, yeah, man.
I think he just like
Or did you do the thing that tells people to shut the fuck up and not talk with hops? Okay, I know that guy.
Not a rings he has on his hand, dude.
I haven't seen him in a while.
I think every finger has a ring.
Yeah. I think so uncomfortable, man.
Yeah, all out of your hand.
Yeah.
Alright.
Do you want to do dumbbells? Or do you want to do fast ones?
Did we do dumbbells in a while?
Yeah, I think it's been a while. I wouldn't mind doing dumbbells. Oh yeah, I gotta wait until big boy one. Oh, sorry. Oh, that was dangerous, actually, dude. I should not do that again.
The hole pretty easily, though.
That was scary, though. Like, I could have crushed my fucking fingers. Usually, I don't know, I have to. Usually, you know, it like kind of slides on and you can let go. That was like fucking. I'm like, oh shit. That was fucking dumb. Pretty accurate. Good job, buddy. I gotta be careful. There you go.
Coordination.
Hi.
Yeah, incline.
Sure.
So you're going?
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah. I was watching a lot of like, some political stuff today. Do you know who Eden Ross is or no?
Yeah, I see him.
He's a fucking idiot.
He usually is, yeah.
Like, honestly, like, he can be entertaining at times, but like, when you hear him actually try to talk about like things that are like thought-provoking and like interesting, he's a fucking moron, bro. It's crazy. Before, like, you know, I watch him do this stupid shit. I'm like, oh, that's funny. You know what? He did this freestyle with this rapper or whatever. But then, like, actually trying to hear him trying to like articulate himself on like, I don't know, something that's like actually like not just brain dead idiot shit he usually deals with. Yeah. I'm like, man, I've never listened to this. Like, just because he recently made a post about LGBTQ stuff and stuff like that, right? But he is a terrible speaker, man. He just, like, I think the kid's actually fucking dumb. Yeah. And if you're out there, Aiden, I'm sorry, buddy. I think it's sometimes you can be entertaining, but geez Louise, you can sound like a fucking idiot. Like, I know I'm not perfect either, but like, if I was put in a position where I need to speak my mind, I would at least try to have like coherent sentences and fucking. Yeah. I was watching that, and then like, I don't know, like I was just watching this guy critique it, and I'm like, man, this guy's a moron.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he's been doing a bunch of bad shit though, I've heard though, I don't know. I think he got banned on Twitch. Oh, fuck, ow. Hurts. What else have I watched today? Yeah, nothing really super noteworthy. Yeah. There's something talking about IQ according to race. Yeah. I don't know, like what's your opinion on that? Do you think there actually is a difference? Or is it more related to like location? I don't know.
No idea. I haven't looked at the data.
Okay.
I think location-wise, there's a trend, right?
Well, the thing that's so interesting to me
That's probably development.
The highest IQ in the world and the lowest IQ in the world are both the countries in Asia that aren't super far from each other.
Oh, so maybe it's like development?
That's what I'm thinking. I think it's like, because I definitely think our IQs are going up, by the way, too, which is interesting.
Yeah.
But I think it's as people, because poverty and malnourishment can cause lower IQ things. So I definitely think it's more of an environmental thing than anything, right? But there's this guy that was kind of racist saying like, no, like, it doesn't matter. There's still a big discrepancy. I'm like, I don't agree with you, bro.
Yeah. Oh, did you hear about that one guy that got canceled?
No.
Recently, Scott Adams.
What do you do?
He's the one guy I made the vaccines video about.
Okay.
His like response, whatever.
Yeah.
And then he did this other thing. Well, I mean, he's like super rich.
Yeah.
Because I guess he has his own comic. It's like the most popular like business comic.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So he's like super loaded. And I guess he just doesn't care anymore, so he's just like doing whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah.
But yeah, like he came out with this video, they canceled all his comics, like dropped them from like all his shit.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's like,
I guess it just depends what the context, or sorry, what the content of the things he's posting were.
Oh yeah, so this
like,
one video.
Was it like something that was like racist?
Yeah, it was like a little racist.
Okay.
So it was like, he got, this poll came out. So yeah, this poll came out asking people about the phrase, it's okay to be white.
Yeah.
And they said, oh, do you agree with this phrase? Blah, blah, blah. Well, the thing is, they only asked 1,000 people.
Okay.
And it's like, you know, with polls, it's like how you ask the question.
Oh, yeah.
You can definitely, like, you know,
yeah, they're definitely
sway the people to answer a certain way.
Exactly.
You can, like, manipulate the data. But anyways, they only asked 1,000 people. And the polls, like, from, like, the African-American population, it was, like, I think almost half of the poll said that they don't like that phrase. Like, they think it's not good. So then he comes out saying, he's like, my advice for white people, stay the hell away from black people.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, that's a little extreme.
No, I agree. That's the thing, honestly, with some of this stuff, like, cancel culture can be a really aggressive sometimes.
Yeah.
But sometimes, like, people say really fucking dumb shit, right?
And it's like, I'm not sure if he like really understood the poll or the numbers behind it or something, because it was only 1,000 people.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like you can kind of like pick and choose which people to ask and whatever.
Yeah, oh, that's fair. I definitely see the subjects of the experiment can be kind of coerced a certain way according to like the content. Or
it's
like how it's
and it's like, you know, there's some people that, you know, obviously don't like that phrase.
Yeah.
But it's not everybody.
No, I agree.
But it is like, you know, whatever, it's there.
Yeah.
So he said that, and everyone's just like, man, why are you like generalizing everybody based on the 1,000-person poll?
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Well, I think that's one thing we really need to do as a population, all over the place too, is stop blanketing people, like, you know, taking something as absolute, you know what I mean? Like, like any sort of data that's like, oh, you know what? Like, I can't think of a good example to really say on camera, but like, something along the lines of, you know, like, I don't know, just not generalizing essentially, right?
Yeah.
Like, just because some people think a certain way in a certain sector, or like, sorry, a certain like group of people, doesn't mean they all think like that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Even like the IQ stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, there could be trends.
Yeah.
It's not everybody.
No, exactly. But at least for me, like, I don't know, with the IQ thing, like, this guy was just clearly actually racist. Like, in my opinion, he just said, like, oh yeah, like it's because there's differences between the races and stuff like that. One's smarter or whatever. I'm like, man, like, I don't know if I agree with you. Like, let's say, for example, they switch the roles, and then let's say the highest intelligence race was put in the same living circumstances as the lowest IQ race, and you swapped them around, I don't think these people, or let's say before, I think eventually these people would go up and these people would probably go down. You know what I mean? Like IQ-wise, I would think. Because I know IQ is hereditary in some capacity, but at the same time, I think environment like has a big play into it too, right? Like,
Yeah.
so just assuming saying, oh, this race is going to be always dumber. No.
Yeah.
Could you probably say on average the IQs are higher? Yeah, I think you can say that, but it doesn't necessarily mean they're dumb because, or they have low IQs because of the race as much necessarily, in my opinion. But I don't know. I saw the dog shit take. I'm like, bro, like that makes no fucking sense.
Yeah.
Just because you're a certain ethnicity. Like, let's say you had somebody who was of the lowest IQ, like skin color or whatever, and then they fucking were in like a super rich household and had tons of resources and stuff like that compared to their peers. Inevitably, one's gonna be like higher.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Access to more resources and stuff. Yeah.
One thing that's interesting too. Is I guess supposedly nourishment really affects your IQ.
That would make sense.
Yeah, but like it's interesting too, because I guess people's definition of malnourishment, a lot of people always default to like people being extremely underweight, not getting enough food.
Yeah.
But also, if you just eat only garbage, I guess it can affect your IQ as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like brain fog.
And the guy was neglecting that because his take was like, oh yeah. But, because like basically the guy that was debating him said like, oh, there's a bunch of fat and so like, oh, what's it called? Because I think the guy said something about Americans being fat or something, and it's like, but still having higher IQs. But I guess like the definition of malnourishment, it doesn't mean you to be fucking starving.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think I was
like,
like,
you're not giving your body the right nutrients.
Yeah, exactly, right? So
That's interesting.
So then it kind of makes me wonder, like, as time goes onward, with IQs going up, well, I wonder if more people start becoming overweight, eating more healthy, that trend will go downwards.
Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah.
Plus, we're using our brains less.
Exactly.
I can see the trend going up, and then I can kind of see it going down from here.
Yeah, I can agree.
Like with phones and AI.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to really think anymore. You just put your question. Like, give me the answer.
That's what's interesting. I just really wonder how IQ, like, is raised. You know what I mean? Like, I can imagine through challenge and stuff like that. But then I wonder if challenge goes away, is that ultimately going to result in lower IQs? I don't know.
Yeah, because I'm sure we had more challenges a couple years ago.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Do we have challenges right now? Like,
yeah, not really.
I know.
But then you could also argue too, like, I don't know, there's dumb as brick cavemen that probably had to really figure shit out, but they're dumb as fuck and they figured it out, so I don't know. Yeah, I guess probably ultimately I think challenge might have an influence on IQ.
Yeah, I would say so. I don't know. It's like you're working on your mind.
Exactly.
But
then I think that's weird though, bro. Is like, how are these geniuses created? You know what I mean?
How are what?
Like, you know those geniuses that have like crazy high IQs? Like, let's say back in the 1600s. Or I don't know, actually, because I'll be honest, I don't know what the fuck he actually became a thing. But like Leonardo da Vinci, for example, right? Like, how does someone like that happen? You know what I mean? Because it's like in a pretty probably I guess I don't know if that's an unchallenging culture, but it's a very simple life I can imagine at that point, right? Like, I don't really know if they're really doing super thought-provoking things and stuff like that. So how do these prodigies get? Are they just kind of like anomalies that are just like?
Yeah, I don't know if they're like anomalies, but like I know they had a bunch of challenges because like they were going to like wars and shit, and like I'm pretty sure people designing like war machines and whatnot.
I guess it just depends what a challenge really is. You know what I mean? Like, because like what I guess by challenging though, like let's say you're like, you know, struggling financially and stuff like that. Like, I guess what I'm trying to say is, what prompts someone to like really like have a unique solution like that? You know what I mean? Like, let's say you live in a society that's all people who work in factories, and then you work in living a factory your whole life, and you're kind of struggling, but you're just getting by and stuff like that. Do you think being put in extreme situations prompts your brain to try to think more of, okay,
it's probably like a survival thing.
Yeah, maybe.
Or it's like, well, like, even people that invent shit.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I don't know. I guess some inventions, it's like, if it's for survival, you know, like housing, whatever. I think there's other inventions like phones, it's not really for survival.
No, exactly. So I don't know, it's weird.
Oh, but then actually, most of our, like, technological advances come from, like, military.
Yeah?
Like GPS and, like, radio.
I guess that makes sense. So it's a means to, like, an advantage.
Then kill the other guy somehow before he kills me.
Yeah, so then you kind of wonder in a way, if your IQ kind of raises to try to overcome unique challenges that are brought to you that we were never really intentionally meant to face, really.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
I don't think we were naturally meant to be able to, like, you know, I guess like human beings, like however long ago, probably were never thinking like, oh man, we need to, you know, make ChatGPT to make our life easier and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So it's kind of crazy to think how the chat, like, it makes sense. Like, as we become more advanced, we have more resources to expand upon as well. But like, I don't know, it is kind of crazy to think like, I don't know, I think geniuses have always kind of really interested me. Like those like guys at like 150, 160 IQ and stuff like that. Like, I just wonder why that happens and how it happens. And if it's just completely random, I guess it should be.
Yeah, I wonder if it is. Because even with like, you know, those people that were like, or all the scientists that like, made the atomic bomb, and it's like they're like fusing atoms together to fucking make this huge chain reaction.
Yeah.
And it's like, how the hell did we get there? Like, holy shit.
It's kind of nuts.
It's pretty wild.
One thing that's kind of crazy, like this is obviously a little bit of a tangent, but I still think it kind of shows creativity. I was watching this prison show. Did I tell you about it?
I don't think so.
It's not great. I wouldn't recommend it. But basically, like, long story short, what these prisoners would do, they would make ropes and out of their t-shirts, tie things to them, put them in the toilet bowl, and then you have somebody else on the other end do the same thing. It's called fishing in prison. And if you flush your toilets at the same time, the strings can get intertwined, and then you can actually transport things between toilets.
Oh yeah,
it's kind of fucking, like, who thinks of that?
Yeah, I never would have thought of that.
No.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. So like basically, I guess it's really bad because people are transporting weapons and stuff like that. Like this guy was dating this girl or whatever, because like I guess the guys live, and that's the thing it's called actually too. There's a guy that like, there was basically a prison that had both genders, and at the top they had like men, and the bottom they had women. I guess there's this boyfriend that was worried about his girlfriend getting hurt or whatever, because I gotta tell you, they can talk through the toilets as well. So if you pull all the water out, basically what you can do, like I don't really know exactly prompt it, but they like knock on the side of the toilet bowl. Yeah. And then you can actually communicate through the toilet bowl when you take all the water out. Because this one girl was worried people were gonna jump her, so this guy sent her a fucking shank through the toilet. Oh, yeah. It's kind of crazy, man, eh? Wow, I just like, who the fuck thinks that, like, I don't know, it just.
I guess when you're like, you know, trapped.
Yeah, you know, you've got lots of time to think, right? But how do you think like, you know what? Like, let's try this toilet thing.
It's pretty wild.
Is this 2 or 3?
I think this is 3.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Oh, fuck.
Alright, last one. Holy. Alright guys. 1008. See ya.